Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in the last video we have discussed about the quadratic equation, and we have also discussed about the methods for solving the quadratic equation. So we have used two methods in the previous video for solving the quadratic equation. The first method was by the method of factorization or middle term breaking, and the second was using the quadratic formula. So this is the continuation video. Here we'll be using the discriminant of in the quadratic formula to find or to solve some of the questions related with the quadratic equations. So if you remember, in the quadratic formula we have this term b square minus 4ac, and this term b square minus 4ac is called as the discriminant. Now, considering the value of this discriminant, we have different cases. So let's discuss that, and then we'll solve questions based on this topic, and we will solve past year questions as well. Alright, so this term, as I said, b square minus 4ac is called as the discriminant. Now there are three cases. This value of discriminant can be greater than 0, equal to 0, or less than 0. Now what happens if the value of the discriminant is greater than 0, equals to 0, and less than 0? And then we will discuss or solve questions based on this. So as you can see, case 1, if the value of b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, that means discriminant, the value is greater than 0, then the quadratic equation will have two distinct real roots or two distinct values of the variable x, right? Case number 2, if this value is equals to 0, b square minus 4ac, or discriminant is 0, then the two roots are equal, or the value of x will be same for the quadratic equation. And if this value is less than 0, that means b square minus 4ac is less than 0, then there will be no real roots for that quadratic equation. So out of these three cases, this particular term case, that is case number 2, is important, where b square minus 4ac equals to 0 will give us two equal roots of a quadratic equation. Okay, so let's take this question first. Find the nature of the roots of the following quadratic equations. If the real roots exist, find them. So we are given this quadratic equation, 2x square minus 3x plus 5 equals to 0. So we have to see whether this quadratic equation will have some roots or not. So we will verify that, and if the root exists, then we will find the roots. So for that, what we have to do is, first compare this with the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. This is the general form of the quadratic equation. So compare this with this one and write down the value of a, b and c. So the value of a in this equation is 2. The value of b, you can see here, is 3 or minus 3 with sign, and the value of c is your 5. The value of c here is 5. So first we will write down the value of a, b and c. So you have to compare with the general form of the quadratic equation. After that, you will find out the value of the discriminant. So what is the discriminant? The value b square minus 4ac is called as our discriminant. So we will put the values here for a, b and see whether this discriminant is greater than 0, equal to 0 or less than 0. So just put the value here. So b square, so b is minus 3, so minus 3 square minus 4, a is 2 and c is 5. And solve this. Minus 3 square becomes 9. Remember, minus square becomes plus, minus into minus is plus, minus 4, 5 is 20, 20 into 2 is 40. So 9 minus 40 will give us minus 31. So this value b square minus 4ac is coming minus 31, and this minus 31 is less than 0. Now what was the condition? If b square minus 4ac is less than 0, then there is no real roots for this given quadratic equation. So since the value is coming less than 0, this quadratic equation will have no real roots. So this is what you have to see. Here we don't have to calculate the roots because the value is less than 0. So this is the second question. So the quadratic equation given here is 3x square minus 4 root 3x plus 4 equals to 0. So let's first find out the value of the discriminant here. So first you will write the value of A, B and C. So if you compare it with the general form of the quadratic equation, then the value of A is 3 here, B is minus 4 root 3 and the value of C is 4. So you have obtained the value of A, B and C by comparing it with the general form of the quadratic equation. After that, what you have to do, you have to find the value of the discriminant, that is B square minus 4AC. So put the values here in this equation. So B is minus 4 root 3, so whole square, minus 4, A is our 3 and C is our 4. So you have to find the square of this value. So minus square is plus. Then we have 4 root 3 into 4 root 3. So yesterday also I have explained this. So how you can find the value when you have roots. So here if you multiply 4 and 4, you will get 16. Then you will have root 3 into root 3. And root 3 into root 3 is nothing but 3. So if you have a problem, you can go in steps. If you know, then you can do it directly. Alright. So here 16 into 3 gives us 48. So the square of minus 4 root 3 will be 48 here. So I have splitted these values here and you can see that the value will be 48. Similarly, multiply this. 4 into 4, 16. 16 times 3, again 48. That means the value of B square minus 4AC will be equal to 0. Now, when the value of discriminant is equals to 0, then the condition was there will be two roots which are equal. So here roots will exist and the roots will be equal or same. So let's find out the value of that root here. So here, in order to find the roots, we can use either the formula or you can do middle term breaking. So it will be easy to use the formula. So we'll use the formula here. So we know x is equals to minus b plus minus under root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So this is the quadratic formula that we have. So let's find the value of x using the formula. So x is equals to, here we have minus b, the value of b is minus 4 root 3. So minus 4 root 3 here. Then we have plus minus under root of, we have b square minus 4ac. So we have already found out the value of b square minus 4ac and that is equals to 0. So no need to write the values again or do the calculation again. You can directly use the value that you have obtained. Divided by twice of a and the value of a is 3. So you will get here x is equals to minus into minus becomes plus. So this becomes 4 into root 3. Square root of 0 will be 0. So no need to write the second term here. Divided by 2 into 3 becomes 6. So you can simplify this further. Divided by 2. So 2 2s are 4. 2 3s are 6. So you will get x is equals to 2 root 3 divided by 3. Now you can simplify this further. We have root 3 in the numerator and 3 in the denominator. So what we can do is 2 root 3. 3 can be written as root 3 into root 3. So if you do this, then 1 root 3 can be cancelled. So you will get 2 divided by root 3. So therefore, x will have two equal roots, that is 2 by root 3, and the other root will be also 2 divided by root 3. So here you can see when the value of discriminant becomes equals to 0, then you will get two equal roots here. So I think you're understanding now how we can see the value of the determinant and check whether it has, the quadratic equation has roots or not. Alright, so let's take the third question here. So the equation given is 2x square minus 6x plus 3 equals to 0. So let's see the value of discriminant first, and if the value is greater than 0 or equal to 0, then we can find the roots. If it is less than 0, then there is no roots for the equation. So let's simplify or solve this question. So by comparing it with the general form of the equation, quadratic equation, we get a equals to 2. I hope now you have understood how to find the value of a, b and c from the given quadratic equation by comparing it with the general form. So a is 2, b is minus 6, c is 3. Then you'll find the value of the discriminant, b square minus 4ac. So b square will be minus 6 square minus 4. A is 2 and c is 3 here. So minus 6 square will become 36. Minus 6 into minus 6 is plus 36. Minus 4 into 3 is 12. 12 into 2 is 24. So you'll get 24 here. And 36 minus 24 will give you 12. And 12 is greater than 0. Now when the value of discriminant is greater than 0, then the condition is that the quadratic equation will have two distinct roots. That means here we will get two different roots for this quadratic equation. So let's simplify this. Again, we will use the quadratic formula. That will be the simplest thing to do. So use the quadratic formula. X is equals to minus b plus minus under root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So each time you are doing the formula, so it will be easy for you to remember. Every time you write the formula, when you are practicing, that will help you to remember the formula. So after this, put the value. So minus b is how much? Minus 6 plus minus under root b square minus 4ac. Again, you have already found out the value, which is 12. So no need to do the calculation again and again. 2 times a is your 2. So we have inserted the values here. Now let's simplify. So here minus into minus becomes plus. So x is equals to plus 6. Then we have this plus and minus. Then we have square root of 12. Square root of 12 can be written as 2 root 3 divided by, we have 2 into 2 in the denominator, which is 4. Now if you don't know how square root of 12 is this, then let me explain you here. So square root of 12 can be written as 4 into 3. 4 3s are 12. So 12 can be written as 4 into 3. Now the square root of 4 is 2. So 2 we can write it outside. Square root of 3 we don't have the value, so we can write it as square root of 3 itself. So square root of 12 can be written as 2 root 3. That's what we have written here. Alright. So now let's simplify this equation. X is equals to, you can take out 2 common. So if you take out 2 common, then this will be 3 plus minus root 3 divided by 4. Then simplify to 1, 2, 2, or you will get x is equals to 3 plus minus root 3 divided by 2. Now since we have plus and minus here, therefore the roots will be x is equals to, for one case you will take 3 plus root 3 divided by 2, and the other one will be with minus, so 3 minus root 3 divided by 2. So these are the two distinct roots for this given quadratic equation. So whenever the value of the discriminant is greater than 0, we will have two distinct roots for the given equation. Okay, so let's solve some question from past years. So basically I have seen questions from the second condition, that is b square minus 4ac equals to 0, when the quadratic equation have equal roots. So here you can see the question, this is from 2017. So the question says, find the value of k for which the equation x square plus k times 2x plus k minus 1 plus 2 equals to 0 has real and equal roots. So they have already given that you have to find the value of k for which this equation has real and equal roots. Alright, so when we have real and equal roots, when the value of discriminant is 0. So you have to take b square minus 4ac equals to 0 here. You don't have to show, you have to take b square minus 4ac equals to 0 because the question demands that the roots are real and equal. So before we do anything here, we have to first convert this equation, given equation, into standard form of the quadratic equation, that is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. So this is not in this standard form. So first we have to convert this into standard form. Alright. So what we can do here is multiply with k to this entire term in the bracket. So this becomes twice kx k times k becomes k square, k minus 1 becomes minus k, then we have this plus 2 equals to 0. Or you can say x square plus 2kx plus this term, that is k square minus k plus 2 equals to 0. Now if you compare it with this equation now, this equation and this equation now looks similar. So here the value of a will be equal to 1, x square, the coefficient is a. So here x square, the coefficient is 1. So a is 1. So the value of b, the coefficient of x here is b. So the coefficient of x here is 2k. So the value of b will be 2k. And the real number c here will be this term. So c is equals to k square minus k plus 2. So if the equation is not given in the standard form, first you have to bring that equation to the standard form. Only then you can simplify it further. So now since we have done the simplification of the equation, we obtain the value of a, b and c. Now we will take for real and equal roots b square minus 4ac equals to 0. That is determinant equals to 0. So let's solve that now. So now since the question demands real and equal roots, we know b square minus 4ac equals to 0. So now put the value and simplify and obtain the value of k. You have to find the value of k for which this equation has equal and real roots. So we are finding that only. So b square minus 4ac equals to 0 for real and equal roots. So b is your 2k. So 2k whole square minus 4. The value of a is 1 and the value of c is k square minus k plus 2, and this is equals to 0. So let's simplify this equation further. So this can be written as 2k whole square is 4k square. Then multiply entire term with 4. Open the bracket with 4 because 4 into 1 becomes 4. Open this bracket with minus 4. So minus 4 into k square gives you minus 4k square. Minus 4 into minus k, minus minus becomes plus. So we have 4k. Minus 4 into plus 2, minus into plus becomes minus. 4 into 2 is 8. So this will be equal to 0. Now you can see that 4k square and 4k square can be cancelled here. So we are left with 4k minus 8 equals to 0. Or if you take minus 8 to the other side, it becomes plus 8. So 4k equals to 8. Or k is equals to, if you cross multiply, then 4 goes to the denominator. So after this you can cancel 4 1, 4 2 8. So therefore the value of k that is required for this equation to have real and equal roots will be k is equals to 2. Another question now. So this question has come in the year 2012. The question says find the value of k for which the roots of the quadratic equation k minus 4x square plus 2 k minus 4x plus 2 equals to 0 are equal. So here again they are saying that the roots are equal. That means b square minus 4ac will be equal to 0. So we need to find the value of k. So again, first you will see whether the given equation is in the standard form or not. So the given equation is k minus 4 x square plus 2 k minus 4 times x plus 2 is equals to 0. Now if you look at this equation and compare with the general form ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0, then here we don't have to do anything. It is given in the standard form itself. So just write down the value of a, b and c. So a here will be k minus 4. The coefficient of x square is a. So a is k minus 4. The coefficient of x is b. So the coefficient here is twice of k minus 4. And the constant or the real number c here will be 2. So we have the value of a, b and c. Now since the question says that the roots are equal, so what we will do is, we know b square minus 4ac will be equal to 0. We will directly take this equals to 0 because we know roots are equal. Alright. So after that you just have to put the value and solve. That's it. So b here is twice of k minus 4. this is whole square minus 4, a is k minus 4 and c is our 2. So here 2 whole square becomes 4, and then this will be in the form of a minus b whole square. So you can expand this, a square minus 2ab, so it will become 8 of k minus, this will become plus 4 square will become 16. On the right hand side, 4 into 2 is 8. Open the bracket with 8. So 8 times k becomes 8k minus into plus minus 8 times 4 becomes 32. So we have expanded this. If you have not understood this, then let me explain it here. So this is twice k minus 4 whole square. So we can write this as 2 square into k minus 4 square. So this 2 square becomes 4, and this is in the form of a minus b whole square, which is a square minus twice ab plus b square. So if you look at this value, instead of a we have k and instead of b we have 4. So this becomes k square minus 2k into 4 here, twice ab plus 4 square. So this becomes k square, 4 into 2 becomes 8, so 8k here, and plus 4 square becomes 16. Therefore this term will be 4 times k square minus 8k plus 16. That's how we have expanded this equation on the left hand side. So on the right hand side we have 8k minus 32. So let's simplify the equation further. I hope this one is clear now. So open the bracket, or you can also take it to the other side, and so let's do like this: k square minus 8k plus 16 is equals to, from the numerator you can take out 4 common, so this becomes 2k minus 4 8, and this 4 gets cross multiplied, it goes to the denominator. So this 4 and 4 gets cancelled here. Then our equation becomes k square minus 8k plus 16 is equals to, we have 2k minus 8. Alright, so this becomes k square minus 8k. You can bring this 2k to the left hand side, it becomes minus, so minus 2k plus 16. Bring this to the left hand side, it becomes plus 8 equals to 0, or k square minus 8 minus 2 becomes minus 10, so minus 10k. This becomes 16 plus 8 becomes 24, so 24 equals to 0. Now here you can see that this is in the form of the quadratic equation. Now you can do the middle term breaking, or you can use the formula and get the value of k. So let's do middle term breaking and get the formula, get the value of k here, or k square minus, so this will be 6k minus 4k plus 24 equals to 0. Now if you have not understood this one, then I have done middle term breaking in the first video, that is part 1 of this chapter. So you can go and check how we got minus 10k as minus 6k and minus 4k here, how we have done this middle term breaking. Alright, so let's continue. So take common from these two terms, so this will be k minus 6. From here you will have minus 4 common, so k, since you have taken minus common, so this will be minus 6 here equals to 0. So you'll have k minus 4 and k minus 6 equals to 0. Now for this equation to be equal to 0, you can take k minus 4 equals to 0. So if you take k minus 4 equals to 0, then you will get k equals to 4. Or the second term may be 0. So k minus 6 equals to 0. Or from here you will get k is equals to 6. So after solving this equation here, we get the value of k equals to, either it will be 4 or it will be 6. So this is how you have to obtain the value of k. So this type of question is common. I will leave you with some more questions from the past years, and you please do practice and you solve those questions, which is important. So here I am leaving you with some questions for practice. So I'll read out the questions and you please do solve these questions. All right. So the first question: find the value of k so that equation x square minus 4kx plus k equals to 0 has equal roots. The second question: find the value of p for which the quadratic equation 4x square plus px plus 3 equals to 0 has equal roots. Question number 3: find the value of p for which the quadratic equation px x minus 2 plus 6 equals to 0 are equal. And the last question is: for what value of k does the quadratic equation k minus 5 x square plus 2 k minus 5 x plus 2 equals to 0 has equal roots? So all these questions are from past years, and if you can see that all these questions are based on the same condition, that is, if b square minus 4ac equals to 0, that is, if discriminant is 0, then the quadratic equation will have real and equal roots. So you have to do the same method that I have taught you. I have solved 2 questions, so you can try this one. So that will help you to boost your confidence, and you can easily score marks in this section. So that's all for now. I'll bring more videos on the same chapter, that is quadratic equation, in my next video. So do like, share and subscribe, and please do practice and study well. Thank you everyone.